Today I will be showing you how to cite a print book in MLA format using NoodleTools. NoodleTools makes writing and keeping track of your citations much easier than doing it manually, especially with research papers, as you will likely have many sources. First, we will go to NoodleTools.com and click the Login button in the upper right-hand corner. Now enter your username in the Personal ID box and your password in the Password box. If you do not yet have a NoodleTools account, click the Register button and follow the on-screen instructions to create an account. If you need further assistance with registering for a NoodleTools account, please see our video NoodleBib registration tutorial on the NMCC Library YouTube page, or come see us in the library for help. Once you have signed in, you will see a list of your projects. If you have never used NoodleTools before, this table will be empty. To start a new project, click the New Project button in the upper left-hand corner. This will pop up a box asking you to enter a project title, choose the citation style, and the citation level. Enter the title of your paper if you have one, or the subject of your paper if you do not yet have a title, in the project title box. Select MLA as the citation type, and always make sure to select Advanced for the citation level. This won't make the process more difficult, it just ensures that you are shown all of the options for citation type. Next, click the Submit button. The dashboard page for the newly created project will now load, and this will give you some information about the project. As we've just created the project, there won't be much useful information here yet, but after you have added some sources or notes to this project, this page will be much more useful. You can also add other students as collaborators, which will allow them to view and edit the project. This is especially useful for group projects. Next, click the Sources button in the center of the top of the screen. This will load the list of sources for this project. It is also blank at the moment, but we're about to add our first source. For this tutorial, I will be citing a print book. If you need help with citing a different type of source, please see our YouTube page for videos showing how to cite other source types. Now we need to click the Create New Citation button in the upper left. This will pop up a box that will ask, where is it? Here we have the choices of database, website, printer in hand, viewed or heard live, file, app or ebook, and other. Today I will be choosing print or in hand as I'm citing a physical print book. Next, click Book in the resulting list of source types. Next, NoodleTools will give you more information about this source type, as well as giving you some examples. This is useful to make sure you are citing your source as the right type of material. Next, we need to click Continue at the bottom. If we look inside the front cover of our book, there will most likely be a blank page, followed by a page with the book's title on it. This will be followed by another page with the book's full title, including subtitle if there is one, the author's name, and the publisher's name, city, and logo. If you turn this title page over, you should find a list of information about the book, such as its copyright date, author's name, Library of Congress cataloging information, and the book's edition, as well as other information. Here you can see that this book was copyrighted in 2011 by Carl Safina, who is the author. Information about the publisher follows in the next line, and if we look at the bottom of the page, we can see that this is a first edition copy of this book. If we go back to NoodleTools, we can see that the first thing it asks for is contributors. In this case, we would click the drop-down menu for Role and select Author, then type the author's name, Carl Safina, in the boxes. Next, it asks for title. When you click in the title box, a tooltip will appear beside the box and give you some information about how you should format your input. In MLA format, you should capitalize the first letter of the first word in the title and the subtitle, and the first letter of all principal words. Usually these are nouns, pronouns, verbs, or adjectives. So I enter the title like this. If "the" was not the first word of the subtitle, it would not be capitalized, as it is not a principal word. This book is not from a multi-volume set, so we can leave the next row of text boxes blank. The next box we need to fill is Publisher, which here is Crown Publishers. In the year box, we put the year of publication, in this case 2011. We can also leave the publication city blank for this book. This is a first edition copy of this book, so we can leave the edition box blank. If this were something like an abridged edition, or the second, third, or fourth publishing of the book, we would note that here. This book is not part of a series, so we can leave that box blank as well. It is also neither a scholarly edition nor a republishing, so we can leave these boxes unchecked. The last section is for annotations. This is where you can add notes about this particular source, such as page numbers of sections you pulled information from, some specific quotes you want to use, or anything else that you need to remember about this source. Your instructor may also want you to include specific information in your annotations. If so, you would type that information here. Lastly, click the Submit button at the bottom of the page to add this information to your sources for this project. If you need assistance with citing another type of source, or you need to use APA format to cite your sources, check out our library's YouTube page at youtube.com/NMCC library or come visit us in the library.